Hi, welcome to our Conversations, a cousins reunion that started with us getting together annually. And due to the pandemic, we started recording via Zoom to keep the tradition alive. And now we want to share our conversations with you. I'm Eliana.
I'm Vanda,
I'm Tanisha.
and today our topic is buying and selling online. Um, we're here to give you our opinions, thoughts, and ideas, and we hope to motivate you to share with your loved ones and friends.
So, buying and selling online. Do you guys think that businesses make more money with with a website or without? What are your opinions on that? Eliana?
I think they do. They make more money if they post a website. Just as we talked about social media being something that's just easy access for everyone. And it's a form of advertisement. I learned it's called e-commerce. So they're able to, just basically advertise their products online. So I do think that they would make more money. The credit card companies usually, like the companies hold on to their credit card information. So it's just a click away. They get their email addresses so that they can continue to kind of bring the customers in because they have their information at a click of a button. So what do you think, Vanda?
So I would agree. It takes so much for, small businesses if they didn't have, a video online to say, hey, this is our product and this is what we sell. This is, how it works. I think that it's harder for them to reach, let's say, I guess not the world, but, another state, maybe if a person's going on vacation, let's say, I have, um, I have to, I don't know, go to Florida and I'm looking for something that's not huge, not a big store. I want a little local area. I want to go online and see if they have something that I think is something that would work to their benefit as opposed to, I don't necessarily like to shop at those big, huge places. I like to support little businesses. I think it's important for us to do that. So I think them having videos and even just being online would be beneficial to them. I mean, Tanisha, do you think so? Or
So I think that it depends on the business. Um, I think that for me, as a millennial, I guess, who is an avid online shopper. And when I say avid, I mean avid. Uh, it, I think that certain businesses definitely benefit from having a specified website. But I'll give an example. For me, a lot of brands that I shop with are based off of Instagram or Facebook, and all they have is like a e-cart store on Instagram. You hit on the photos on their pages and you tap the link and it's already in your cart. You enter your card information and you just go. It just streamlines the process, which is scary and also dangerous,
I
but it
didn't know that was
streamlines
a
the
thing,
process.
honestly.
I know that's the new generation.
That's new for me, I gotta say, because I'm always, I always see the product and then I hit it and then it's asking me for all my information. I didn't know there was a, what did you call it?
It's like a purchase link. It goes directly to the product. You can literally click the cart icon. It goes in your cart. And if you're an avid shopper like myself, Instagram already has my stuff on there. So I autofill my information and it just comes to me.
Oh no, I can't. No.
Yeah.
Not for me.
So I think it varies, and it obviously varies who the consumers are, right? Because I know like a lot of older generations are very skeptical as far as like security and safety and you know, identity theft. I know you guys are definitely a lot more careful with things like that. You know, y'all got houses and all kinds of other stuff. So you guys don't want anybody stealing your card information, but it's surprisingly secure. And I think that in the next few years, people will be moving away from websites because for a business to operate a website, it costs money, you know, and if that's one less thing you have to pay for your business to operate, then it's better for you, I guess.
I mean, would so if you post a video, would you say that it would cost them money to post the video? I mean, depending on, I guess, the video that they're making is, I mean, I would think that if I had a company and I posted a video, I would think that that would be helpful to me. I don't think it would cost me money if I just posted it on YouTube with a link, like you said.
Well, I think that's like a different topic though, because videos is one thing. A product that needs to be updated in price and updated in inventory costs money to manage.
So does it cost money for them to manage it on Instagram or Facebook as well as posting on a website?
I don't think it does. And if it does, it's a lot cheaper than having an outside third party manage it for you.
Okay.
It also takes less time as well. Usually things like that are linked to Instagram, you have like an automatic like inventory tracker. So once you're out, and Instagram keeps track of that. And so if somebody tries to go click on a link to buy a pair of pants or some heels or a purse, it'll let you know that it's sold out and you can't buy it.
So it's all electronic, right? It's all part of the technology. There isn't somebody who's there managing all the paperwork. That sound correct?
To some degree, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's definitely something we needed to know, right, Vanda?
Yeah, definitely. It's very helpful. I mean, I would think that, you know, having a small business and posting a video would help. Like I said from before, if you have, you know, vacationers coming, and I mean, let's say you're a little restaurant, and you know how people love to find those little hole in the wall restaurants that are delicious breakfast places, you know, that would help you. But I guess if you're, you know, selling clothes or things like that, that might be a little different.
You know, what I find I do is if it's a product I like, or if it's a place that I see, whether it be their website or on like Instagram or Facebook, I'll go on YouTube and I'll try to see a video about the place or a video of people talking about the product. So I agree. I think that it does help small businesses if they post videos about their products.
Yeah.
I can agree with that, and I can understand with that, what you're saying as far as that, because I'm a big Google review person. Yeah, I check reviews on everything before I patron something or purchase something. So I definitely understand that and agree with that.
I feel so much better because that's what I do. I read all of the reviews. It takes longer, but I read the reviews. I wait to actually buy a product. So I'm glad that you know, you do that too, Tanisha.
I do. So I actually, I will leave reviews as well. So me and Andrew went to a restaurant, a breakfast place a couple of times. Now, I love breakfast, so I have two places that I go. The one in Pawtucket, everybody knows I love Martin Diner, and in Bristol, it's Sunset Cafe. So we tried a new place, and I didn't like it the first time. It was like so they were very busy. So I was like, all right, well, maybe it was around, I think, 4th of July when we went. So I was like, you know, it's not a normal time, whatever, I'll give them a second chance. No, they were terrible. The food was still cold. The service was terrible. They didn't get to us. We sat there and waited and waited. Didn't even get a water. Like, so I left a review after the second time. I was like, service is very bad, this, that, and the other. But then if I like your product, I will also leave you a good review. It's like anything, you know, if you go to the doctors, a lot of people complain about the wait. They complain about, you know, this nurse, this medical assistant, this secretary, but they never, you can actually leave a review on some of them. People don't know. And, you know, you can call the hospital and complain. There's all kinds of stuff for you to do that, and people just don't do it. So, you know, we kind of do it to ourselves. We kind of don't, you know, put ourselves out there. So I try to do both, because I do read those reviews before I shop online. And if I've shopped online for something, I will, you know, tell other people about it. Like, this particular website is great, and, you know, you should try this one, and stuff like that. I think it's important.
You know, a business that, I just want to add that a business, it's not necessarily a business, but what I've noticed is a lot of districts, public school districts that I know of here in Massachusetts, they're creating Facebook pages. And then even the different schools under that district, they're creating Facebook pages. So that's a form of advertisement. That's a form of putting out videos and pictures and information. And I agree with you that it's if we're advertising our schools, it also gives you, the consumer or the customer or the client, you know, the opportunity to reach out to these people who are putting on these videos.
Yeah, it definitely would work out well for everyone. I think, I don't, and people always leave like negative comments, but, you know, you get a good service, they're not likely to leave a good comment, because you expect your food to be good. You expect, you know, to get good service at a doctor's office or a school. And, you know, it's not always the case. But the minute you get that bad taste in your mouth, you're over here leaving negative comments. I think it's important for people to understand that when they do leave good comments, that the people working there or giving out the service are like, oh, we're doing a good job, or whatever, we can, you know, for us to continue to do this. If you just keep getting bad feedback, you're just not gonna, people aren't gonna wanna service anyone anymore. They're
Yeah.
miserable. They're not, you know. So
Reinforced positivity for sure.
yes,
I
yeah.
agree.
Yes. So are you guys more likely to buy something if you see it on social media? So for me, I would definitely, when I'm scrolling through Instagram, it is very difficult not to buy something. So on Amazon, forget it. You know, I bought books. I've also bought, you know, bathing suits, clothes. Instagram, the latest one is, so one of the things that's happened, according to a Consumer Report magazine that I read, and it's fresh, brand new for July 2021, and it talked about how there was an increase in online shopping, and pickup and delivery of groceries went up to more than 80% during the pandemic. So not only did it spike because people were home, right? But it reinforced the convenience of not having to leave your house. All you have to do is press click. I heard two podcasters, they're psychologists, and they were talking about how there's a dopamine increase when you're clicking that you want to buy it and you're waiting for it to show up at the door, right? So there's this, you know, when you buy something and now you're waiting for it to come, there's this whole experience that you have when you buy online. But what I like about that, as we were talking about small businesses, is they get to compete with the larger companies, right? So I like what Vanda said, in that if it supports small businesses because now it's a larger customer base anywhere, right, in America or around the world or whatever, but also it helps them to compete with other businesses that are making a lot of money. So Spanx is really big. She's probably the owner's like a millionaire or whatever. But Shapermint is just starting off. I don't know much about Shapermint, but the Instagram, they're always sending me posts of these.
As soon as you read about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think, Tanisha?
Yeah, I agree. I am those ads, man. They be getting me. No, for sure. I am definitely more likely to shop on social media. I would like to say 80 to 85% of all my shopping is done via Instagram, because right now it's my only form of social media. And I actually agree with the sentiment that it gives smaller brands the opportunity to compete, because I know that, especially in lieu of all the social justice issues going on, the Black Lives Matter movement that's been going on. I personally have been able to patronize and support Black-owned businesses 10 times more than I already have, because I just have to click on the page. I just have to pre-order something from their store. It actually is much easier. It's much more convenient. But for me, yeah, absolutely. I'm more likely to shop if I see an ad on social media. And we obviously know that these pages, these websites, they track our movement, our habits, our behaviors. So they now have ads that are specifically tailored to what we find interesting. So it's yeah, it's definitely easier for sure for me.
I find that I tend to do that. I like it more now. Um, I didn't really care about the shopping, you know. I go in there, I feel like it's claustrophobic. The perfume smells, and I'm like, no. So I tend to shop more online now. And what I've learned to do is buy two of something, because I get, a medium and a large, or, a size 8 and then a size 10 or whatever. So that way, if one doesn't fit, I can try the other one on and it's probably a better fit. And then I return the other one. Or if I like it a lot and they both fit, okay, I keep them both, but I tend to, yeah, I tend to shop more online these days. And it is, Tanisha, like Tanisha said, they track you, they know. The minute I click on something, whether I'm on my Facebook or my Instagram, that thing pops up. I'm like, oh, come on, really?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, was this meant to be? Should I buy this?
Well, and that's what they do.
Yeah, and I tend to put a lot of things in my basket, and then later on, I'm like, do I really need this? I've come to that, because
have you noticed that, especially if you're a new customer, they'll automatically tell you that you're going to get 40% off.
Oh yes, right? Send us your email.
So
Treacherous.
join be a member and get 40% off, because now what happens, they're going to get your email address, they're going to get your information.
Bombard you with emails. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah, the concern, I mean, and I agree, it's probably more for us that are older, but the concern is the hacking, getting people to buy things and to have more debt, especially if they're saying, instant credit, or these are the terms to our purchases, or just you're using this credit card all the time thinking that it's money that you have, but it's money you've got to pay back. That's a huge concern. So one of the things my son, what he does is his bank is on his phone, right? So you know how we take out our debit card, he's paying with his phone, or he'll use Google Pay. So everything is on that phone. So I get concerned, and he can deposit his checks just by taking a picture. And the bank, I guess,
have yet to try that. Andrew does that all the time.
Oh, it's so easy.
I know.
Yeah, but what about the risks?
Right. So I have direct deposit and I've had it for a very long time. So I haven't really, yeah, as far as work goes, no. I've had people write me checks, usually like, my mother or my aunts or something like that. Let's just face it, most of us don't really write checks anymore. I have them because I have this one company that just doesn't want to get with the 21st century. So I'm writing them checks, right? Listen, I have a friend who till this day writes out checks for everything. He does not trust ATMs or none of that. He's going into the bank, the whole nine. So, it's just, it's a hassle, they make it too easy. And then of course, you get hacked and your money's stolen, and then what? Like, what do you do? But I'm tempted to try that check thing. Like one of these days, I'm gonna try it.
You just gotta, in terms of that, you gotta trust your banking institution. Most large banks have crazy security measures. So, if you have a Bank of America, a Citizens, or something like that, everything's encrypted. So like it's in their best interest that you don't get your money stolen, because that's money that they have to ensure that they have to give you if it does.
Yeah.
As far as the concern with like, look, I don't know how it works either when you deposit your check through a photo, but as far as I'm concerned, that's the bank's problem to figure out. I'm going to take this picture, just have my money there tomorrow. And that's it.
Well, and that's what the psychologists were talking about. One of the psychologists on this podcast said that it's the retailer's dream.
Yeah.
Shopping online.
And to your credit. Yeah, and to your credit, Eliana, I mean, they used to say like when you pay something in cash and you physically feel the money leave your hand, it has more of a consequential like influence on your mind. Like, do I really need to spend this $40? Do I really need to spend this $100? And we don't have that anymore. It's like gone like this, and you don't even think about it until something's in front of your door, like you said. So it is definitely it's a crazy psychological thing going on here. We're all a lot of us are in trouble. Like,
yes.
I've actually talked to my sister about like certain apps. Like I love this Afterpay app. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it is very dangerous. They give you like a line of credit and you can buy things and get it before you even pay it off. So it's like instant gratification. It's instant. And for those of us who are financially like aware, intelligent, and responsible, it's great. But for those who aren't, bad news.
The Consumer Report article warned against that there's these companies are giving you these new terms and you have to watch out, because that's how you're going to be in debt.
Yeah. And it's fast. I mean, before I was educated on how to use a credit card and how to, I'll give you guys a prime example. My first experience with like a clothing credit card was when I had Rihanna and Children's Place opened. And that was like the first clothing store credit card that I got. Man, that thing went up like so fast. When I got that first bill, I was like, what? I gotta pay all this back? I'm like, cut up that card real quick. Like, no. So, it is, you don't see it. It's instant gone. They swipe that card, you walk out the door with all those clothes, and you're not thinking about it until that bill hits your door, and then you're like, oh my God, how am I paying this? Yeah.
Yes. So I hope that everyone's enjoyed our conversation. Thank you, cousins, for joining. I'm Eliana.
I'm Vanda.
I'm Tanisha.
Don't forget to hit our like and subscribe for future videos.
Yes. And so until next time, this is our conversations. Bye.